Hi, my name is Renee Daggett, and I'm a certified QuickBooks consultant and tax preparer. In this webinar, we will be learning how to create reports and financial statements in QuickBooks. So grab a pen and paper and get ready to take some notes. This will be your homework list. I want you to write down a couple topics that you want to go back and review more carefully for your file. Thank you for allowing me to share how QuickBooks can help you create reports and financial statements. Now let's get started.
Good morning. This is Renee Daggett with Admin Books, and today we are going to be having a webinar called Creating Reports and Financial Statements in QuickBooks. Let me kind of go over our agenda, what we'll be covering today. Our objectives are, first of all, I want to talk about there are two types of reports in QuickBooks, accounting reports and management reports, and we'll demonstrate a ton of both of those. We'll talk about cash and accrual and the difference between the methods of reporting. And then we're going to dive into a bunch of details on the management reports that you can pull in QuickBooks as well as the accounting reports. I'm going to talk about customizing some of these reports and the things that you can do really easily to get the information that you want. And then how to memorize the reports. Typically, you look at the same reports every month, so how can we memorize those and get the information quickly? I'm going to show you the Find feature in QuickBooks so that you can find transactions simply, efficiently, quickly. And then we're going to talk about what Quick Zoom and Quick Reports are in QuickBooks. And then finally, we're going to end our session with graphs. QuickBooks can show basically colors and graphs. If you're a visual person, a lot of times people like to see the graphs. So let's get started. What we're going to do first is we're going to talk about there's two types of reports, accounting reports and management reports. Management reports are typically information in QuickBooks where, give me a moment, I'm going to change my screen here so that I can see the chat a little bit easier. Okay, hopefully you can still see my screen. I just wanted to move my little chat box because I know some of you, you'll be typing your questions in there and I want to make sure I could see it. Anyway, again, the management reports are typically a vendor list, your chart of accounts list, your items list, and then accounting reports are your profit and loss, your balance sheet, and we'll dive into those details here. But I wanted to start off with the difference between cash and accrual. When you pull financial statements, like a profit and loss, it's important to know if you file your tax return on a cash basis or accrual basis. Now, you can pull reports either way in QuickBooks, and I've had clients pull reports on a cash basis even though they file on accrual, or they file on accrual and they want to pull it cash. You can go back and forth, depends on what you want to see, but the final reports that you need to provide to your tax preparer obviously need to be based on how you file your tax return. But I want to make sure it's clear on how people file. The cash basis is basically when you receive the money in, you count it as income. When you pay for an expense, you count it as a deduction. The accrual method is a little bit different. The accrual method is when you invoice a customer, you count that as income. When you create a bill in QuickBooks, even though you've not paid it, you count that as a deduction. And I know one of the listeners on the webinar, you do file on accrual basis. So every time you create an invoice, then you're going to be taxed as income. So you have to be really careful that all the invoices are valid because you don't want to pay taxes on income that is not on a valid invoice. So one of the ways to verify or show QuickBooks which way you file is by setting the preference. If you click on the top gray bar here and you go all the way down to Preferences, under the Accounting tab, here under company preferences. Oh, sorry, I told you the wrong place. It's under reports. I was thinking it was accounting. Under reports, here's the summary report basis. Here's where it says cash and accrual. You can set it for whichever way that you file your tax return or whichever way you want to see your financial statements. So this is one way to change the preference there. So let's get started. Let's start out with some business management reports. The first thing I'm going to show you is a customer contact list. If you go to the top gray bar where you can click on reports, if you go almost halfway down here where it says list, the first thing I'm going to do is go to the vendor contact list. Thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope you found it valuable and you could take away a couple things to try on your own company file. Take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching this webinar. I hope you were able to glean several ideas of how you can improve your QuickBooks file. Make sure you check out my website for complimentary documents, audios, and business tips to help you be successful. If you need more information, contact our office. Take care and see you soon.
To order our products, get free support tools, or for more information, visit our website at www.adminbooks.com. Email info@adminbooks.com or call us at 1-408-782-9640. To send a fax, 1-888-459-1117.